talk to you about why you struggle to get out of bed. Also, why girls look at you funny when you open your mouth. Now, let's take a look at your day, at your calendar, if you even have it written down. And you've got this task, you want to go and hit the gym, you want to maybe work on your YouTube channel or your Instagram, or you want to do a little bit of your coursework, you want to read a bit of your book. You've got your tasks, okay? I'm assuming that you're productive and that you're wanting to actually have some influence over the outcome of your life. And what you'll notice is throughout the day you have varying troops of attention being given out. So I might waste an hour scrolling on Instagram looking at some girls that go to my high school, and I might waste 2 hours playing some Battlefield. And what I'm doing is I'm deploying my attention into those activities. But what's capturing your attention the most? Is it an addiction that you have? Whether it's a video game that you play that pulls your attention? Is it a crush that you have on a girl? Is it porn? Is it Netflix? What's pulling your attention the most? Is it someone that annoys you?
Search.
Life in the background, up and down the mountain, then it's back to the background. Hold me while I'm drowning. If tonight was my last night, I would keep on counting till the Reaper got a hold of me. Then I would take my last flight. Wherever did you go? I've been waiting for weeks. I don't think I'm gonna make it, but don't take it from me. So it seems every time that I die, I wake up. When it's time to meet my maker, I'll be ready for him. Got your glass slippers on, looking like you're Cinderella. Girl, what you sipping on? Room spinning like propellers. Boy, what you tripping on? How I make these pussy jealous.
And when you begin to understand whatever it is that's pulling your attention the most, you gain a deeper insight into your brain's dopamine system. I'm going to tell you exactly why. Okay, so imagine you go to a braai, you go to a cookout, you go to a dinner with your family, and you land there and you're excited to greet everyone, you're excited to talk, to chat, to catch up, to share your things, and to give your family a hug. You haven't seen them in a while. But then the waiter comes and drops menus, and everyone looks at the menu and everyone goes quiet. And then they begin talking, what are you gonna have to eat? They start smelling the food. So there's all these little things that allude to food. So then what happens is the attention goes away from the conversation and the attention goes towards, ooh, what are we having to eat? So once you begin to understand that dopamine is what moves your attention around, then you understand what's got your dopamine. So a normal healthy thing like food, that's not really going to demolish your life unless you're eating junk food, which is a high dopamine thing. So you'll be driving on the road and you'll pass a McDonald's and you'll say, okay, let me stop there. Or if you're eating candy, you are busy sitting at your desk, you're working, and then you're like, ooh, let me go down and grab something to snack on while I'm working. So dopamine guides your attention. Just like, because you're a creep, and chances are you use social media and you look at girls like a pervert, you might be talking to a girl that you like, and then all sorts of fantasies start playing in your head. And she picks up on that, and because of that, your attention then flows from the conversation to the fantasies in your head while you're talking to her. She picks up on that. She knows that you're no longer talking to her, but you're using her as a platform for your fantasies. and then she's like, ugh, and she pulls away. And that's probably happened to you. I am fortunately past that stage, and I've got a beautiful girlfriend. But yeah, just take a look at those things. Take a look at whatever's pulling your attention. If you are very passionate about the gym, if you love weightlifting, or if you haven't even started weightlifting, but you notice that you're starting to compare yourself to people who are bigger than you, or people who are on social media, then that's something you should do. Like, it's pulling your attention. And if it's beneficial to you, why not do it?
Você quer sexo agressivo, ou deixa sua bunda ardendo, bunda tapa, 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 caralho, caralho.
Quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo, oi. Quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo, oi. Em quatro paredes, eu vou acabar contigo, oi.
You already know that it's not the right path. Like, if you're sitting at your desk doing schoolwork or doing college work or doing work on your business, and all of a sudden you start thinking about, ooh, I can't wait to play this video game, or ooh, I want to watch a video on how to get better at this video game, or if your brain starts problem solving for things that aren't actually in your life, you're watching Game of Thrones and you're like, ooh, I wonder what happens in this episode, or what happens with this character. You start problem solving things that don't actually matter. Your attention is being pulled away from you. So what's the answer? The answer is to cut those things out. And it's going to hurt at first, and you're going to crash. You're going to cut video games out for a few hours, and then you're going to say, you know what, I didn't play for 2 hours, let me play for 1 hour. And you're going to crash. You're going to go back to those habits. But once you start resensitizing yourself by cutting out the things that are pulling your attention away from you, then your attention begins to flow towards the things that are naturally exciting, like working on a business or developing your brain through reading, doing courses, working out, talking to people you care about, a sip of coffee instead of a bottle of wine. And I hope there was something that you gained from watching this video, because it's something that I've been thinking about a lot, and it's something that I noticed in myself when I began to cut out a lot of social media and a lot of bad habits. Was I would notice myself laying in bed before going to sleep, and my attention would be pulled. I was like, Ben, what's going on over here? You're trying to get some sleep. Why is it that you want to go on Instagram? Why is it that you want to go on YouTube? Why is it that you want to waste your time? And before all of that, I think to myself, who is the person that's then pulling my attention away from being here? And the person that's pulling my attention away is the version of me that is engaged in those habits for months or for years. I really hope that you have the patience with yourself to start small, because you have been doing those bad things for many years. You have been waking up and the first thing you do is have a coffee, and then you check your phone, and then you get a notification, so you go onto Instagram, and then you scroll for an hour, and then you're like, oh my goodness, now I've got to go and quickly rush eating something. And then while you're eating, you can't sit still, so you go onto YouTube, and then boom, you've wasted 3-4 hours, or you're late to work, you're late to school. please sit down with yourself and ask yourself, what are the things that are truly pulling your attention away from what matters, from what needs to be done? And if you can cut those things out, you will naturally have far more attention being poured into the things that matter. You'll start thinking about the gym and how excited you are to go there. You'll start thinking about seeing your friends. You'll start thinking about how you can create a better business, or how you can become better at your skills, or how you can learn more. Resensitize yourself, and then the natural things that are actually good for you begin to feel good. Thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. And we'll keep in touch.